Not just because it's Anzac United. I really think that Jack Della Maddalena has the skills to stifle Islam's game and be able to just put it on the feet and knock him out. Might be second round, might be third, but we'll see.
I was leaning Islam at first, but I do think JDM is going to get it done. I think he creates enough scrambles. He's going to get taken down, but I think he's going to be able to get back to his feet and potentially knock out Islam.
I would love for him to win that bout, but unfortunately, I cannot go against Makhachev in this one. I think he is just so good. I think he's so good, and I don't think he's going to give up anything going up a weight. I think he's going to be great at that weight, to be honest.
Make history.
Absolutely.
As UFC 322 approaches, excitement is building for the title clash between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena. The fans are expecting a thrilling showdown, and MMA analysts have shared their final predictions, with a few unexpected opinions sparking interest. Israel Adesanya believes Jack Della Maddalena's ability to keep getting back up will create major problems for Islam Makhachev. He predicts that if Islam can't keep Jack down, he'll be forced into striking exchanges where Jack's boxing could do serious damage. Adesanya praises Islam as one of the most skilled and efficient fighters ever, yet feels Jack's striking is on another level, comparing his abilities favorably even to top names like Dustin Poirier and Alexander Volkanovski.
Bro, I'm not trying to count Islam out, but I just know Jack. I know that when Jack keeps getting up, it's going to be a problem, and Islam's going to be forced to strike. And when he's forced to strike with Jack, he's gonna get hurt. Islam, I think, is the best of the Dagestanis, one of the best fighters in history, one of the most efficient. But when it comes to Jack, like, look, even Dustin's able to get up and like stop his submissions, and Dustin's a gun. And also, I've seen live what Volk can do with Islam when they were in Perth.
Dustin has great boxing, but I still think Jack is on the boxing level.
Levels! And he's touching him. So that's why I know he's gonna hurt Islam.
Israel Adesanya predicts Jack Della Maddalena will stop Islam Makhachev with a knockout. He expects Islam to land takedowns early, but doubts he'll be able to keep Jack grounded for long. Adesanya believes Jack's defense and striking will eventually take over, leading to a finish somewhere in the middle rounds.
I do think, Islam, I'm not disrespecting, I think Islam will be able to get him down, but for how long? It's not for long. And also he's gonna get stuffed from the beginning, in the middle, till Jack ends it. In this fight, not just because it's Anzac United, I really think that Jack Della Maddalena has the skills to stifle Islam's game and be able to just put it on the feet and knock him out. Might be second round, might be third, but we'll see.
Former middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis wants Jack Della Maddalena to win, but struggles to pick against Islam Makhachev. He emphasizes Islam's history of beating top-level opponents and notes his size, strength, and thorough preparation for moving up in weight, making him a very difficult challenge, despite du Plessis' hope that Jack claims the belt.
If you look at his opponents versus Makhachev's opponents, Makhachev has beaten the who's who. He is where he is, and he was pound for pound for very long. Pound for pound king for a very good reason. People think Jack Della is going to be bigger. I don't think so. I've now lately seen, and that's why they did such a long camp, to pick up that weight correctly. And he looks big, and he looks thick, and he looks strong. I mean, no doubt, he's a hard worker. With this one, I think, with Jack Della, I love his style, I love him, I like his personality. I would love for him to win that bout, but unfortunately, I cannot go against Makhachev in this one. I think he is just so good. I think he's so good, and I don't think he's going to give up anything going up a weight. I think he's going to be great at that weight, to be honest.
Make history.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, Kamaru Usman sees the fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena as a close matchup. He believes Islam's striking and grappling give him the tools to exploit weaknesses in Jack's game, making it a potentially even and competitive contest.
Do you have a feeling about how this one will go?
No, I think this is one of those where I'm kind of 50-50, but if someone can really neutralize and really exploit some of the weaknesses that JDM has shown in the past, I think it's someone like Islam. Islam is very, very talented with the striking. Islam's got great grappling. And JDM is he's growing each and every time, each and every day. So This one is really one of those fights that I consider a toss-up.
Kamaru Usman also feels confident that his next bout will be for the welterweight title, whether it's against Jack Della Maddalena or Islam Makhachev. He expresses a strong desire to reclaim his position at the top, believing he's next in line to compete for the championship.
Of course, yeah, losing the title and then going up and taking that short notice fight. It, of course, to the untrained eye, it looked like, oh, he's slipping, he's no longer there. And then, you know, you get booked against just a strong and impressive contender like Joaquin Buckley. And for me to go out there and just still show them that, hey, I'm still at the top of this division, that this is not, I need to get back to where I belong, and that's being the champion and holding that title. Me personally, I feel that I'm next in line for that shot. But if Ilya wants Islam, it is what it is. They're going to do that. But I do think I am next in line for that shot.
Islam Makhachev also plans to call out Kamaru Usman after facing Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322. He views Usman as the next logical challenge, recognizing his record number of welterweight title defenses and strong standing in the division.
And welterweight, someone wanted to ask.
After Jack?
Yeah, after Jack.
After Jack, I think...
Bilal?
Not Bilal. Kamaru. Kamaru Usman. He had like most title defense in welterweight. Now he's in good position. Which number he, I don't know.
Kamaru Usman also dismisses the notion that Islam Makhachev can only win through takedowns. He highlights Islam's striking improvements, citing his precise right hand against Charles Oliveira and effective stand-up work versus Volkanovski as evidence of his well-rounded skills.
A lot of people are saying that, you know, it's about if Islam can get JDM down, and if he can't get him down and the fight is on the feet and it's standing, it's in JDM's court, right? I just got to get your opinion.
I don't think so.
Do you think people are missing something here?
Yeah, I don't think so. You can't say that because Islam is very, very great at striking as well. Islam's very talented as well. You saw the setup with Volkanovski. Goes to the body, kick, then takes it to the head and puts him away. So you can't say that. Islam loves to strike, and he's damn good at it. You saw him with the right hook or a left hook. He put Charles Oliveira down, jumped onto the arm triangle, and finished him. So yeah, we can't say that. I think both guys are extremely talented. Obviously, Islam does have the advantage with the grappling. So we'll see how it plays out.
Dustin Poirier also shares his thoughts on this matchup and expects Islam Makhachev to earn a decision victory over Jack Della Maddalena. He acknowledges that Jack has the kind of power and timing to surprise Islam with a big strike, but feels a decision or submission win for Jack would be a major shock.
I would think Islam by decision, but if Jack does win, you know, I'm not going to be totally blown away if he lands a shot that hurts Islam or a knee or something. Obviously, if he beats Islam by decision or submits Islam, then I'm going to be blown away. But I got to go with Islam by decision. That's if I was betting on it, that's what I would bet on.
Dustin Poirier thinks the fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena will be decided by skill and strategy rather than size. He notes that Islam is already well built for his division, and the key will be which fighter can better control takedowns and defend effectively.
Islam isn't a small guy. He is big. You know, I'm not sure how big Jack is. I've never seen him in person, but I don't think Islam's going to be undersized when they face off. You know, I don't think it's going to be about the size. To me, it's going to come down to the execution. If Islam can secure the takedowns, Jack's takedown defense, his get-ups, I think that's going to be the story of the fight. I don't think size is going to be the story of this fight.
Moreover, Brendan Schaub views the matchup between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena as a classic striker versus grappler scenario. He considers Jack one of the best boxers in the UFC, while seeing Islam as more defensive-minded with limited offensive striking compared to Jack. Schaub believes Jack's key to victory lies in his ability to escape control, hand fight effectively, and stand back up after takedowns. If Jack can avoid being held down for long stretches, Schaub doubts Islam will be able to win.
Islam versus JDM, this can be more clear of a straight boxer, probably the best in the UFC, boxing-wise. And then Islam has decent striking, quick saying it in world class. His main thing is his defense. His defense is good. He avoids shots. That's probably where he excels at. But his offense ain't as far as compared to JDM. So you have a straight boxer versus a straight grappler. That's what this fight comes down to. So the whole thought process for JDM, his path to victory, is when you get taken down, can you avoid him controlling your back? Can you hand fight? Can you avoid all that and get back to your feet? If JDM gets taken down and can get back to his feet and not get just out positioned and just wrestle for 5 rounds, I just don't see a way Islam beats him.
Meanwhile, Matt Brown considers Islam Makhachev the greatest lightweight in history, but feels he still has more to prove before joining the all-time legends. He believes Islam's lightweight legacy is already secured, yet reaching the level of icons like Anderson Silva or John Jones requires continued dominance over time. Brown also doesn't think becoming a double champion automatically elevates him to that all-time status without a sustained winning streak.
He's the greatest lightweight of all time. I think that's pretty much set in stone. I don't think there's a, I think that's done, right? I don't know what this does for him in terms of, I don't know what, like, greatest of all time type thing, pound for pound or anything, I think because he's already up there with all of that. He's still got a long way to go to be kind of one of the all-time greats, right? When you're talking about the Anderson Silvas and the John Jones and people like that, he's got a long way to go for that. So you just can't really put him there yet. And I don't think like the idea of being double champ accelerates that, right? You got to keep a winning streak going, and that's because that's what the other guys did.
Matt Brown believes that if Islam Makhachev can put together a 4-fight win streak at welterweight, it would strongly support his case as one of the greatest fighters ever. He feels Islam still needs more time and numbers to build that legacy, explaining that simply becoming a double champion isn't enough. In Brown's view, a dominant run at welterweight would add something fresh and meaningful to Islam's career.
Islam does a 4-fight win streak at welterweight. I think that is a strong case to be to be the greatest, right? And because I agree, because we basically both just said the same thing, right? He needs more numbers, right? Just higher numbers. Just hasn't done it long enough yet. He's done it, and the fact that it's a double champ thing, that's not enough, I don't think, for much of anybody to be like, okay, you're the greatest of all time. You did it in 2 divisions. But if he goes on a 4-fight win streak at welterweight, to have a because that would be something new, right?
Khabib Nurmagomedov also emphasizes Islam Makhachev's discipline and relentless competitiveness as key factors that make him exceptional in the cage. He believes these traits shape Islam's fighting style and mindset. Khabib also suggests that winning a second title could solidify Islam's status among MMA's all-time greats. Khabib added, he's disciplined, and he really, really likes to compete. He is such a competitor. I think these 2 things drive him. After winning the second title, he will have a chance to become one of the best to ever do it in this sport. Khabib Nurmagomedov describes his bond with Islam Makhachev as a lifelong brotherhood, not just a gym partnership. Having known each other for 25 years, attended school together, and trained under the same coach, their connection runs deep. Khabib finds more happiness in seeing his friends succeed than in his own accomplishments and wishes for them to achieve every world title possible.
What does Islam mean to you?
Brother, not only in US, nobody have this kind of connections. And when people think about our connections, they don't understand one thing: we are not sparring partners. A lot of people think we are sparring partners. We just met in gym, go home. It's like happened in AK, like when he was training. So many guys we know, like 5, 6, 7 years, but we meet them only in gym. But our relationship is much, much different and completely different. We have brotherhood. We know each other 25 years. We was growing each other. We was going to school together. We have same coach, and we have so many history behind. and people don't understand. Like, I am happy with my guys, my brothers, when they win more than when I win. Like, same thing for me.
Furthermore, Michael Venom Page shares his thoughts on this fight and finds it captivating, even if it slows momentum in his own division. He considers Jack Della Maddalena underrated, highlighting his evasive movement that makes him hard to control on the ground. Page expects Islam to land some takedowns, but doubts Jack will remain down for long, noting his main vulnerability is missteps that could lead to Islam's submissions. Overall, he sees Jack as a more dangerous striker with solid defenses against grappling.
Jack Della versus Islam is obviously an interesting one. It's annoying for me because it holds up the division that I'm in, but it's still an exciting fight. I actually feel like Jack Della is very underrated, even though he's a champion now, and the people that he fought to kind of get here. He's very underrated, underestimated always. He's a person that is hard to keep on the floor because he's the scramble king. Even if Islam is able to take him down, I don't think he's going to stay down at all. The only way I think Jack can get caught is if he tries to get up incorrectly and gets caught in one of his famous chokes that he has. But other than that, I feel Jack's the better striker as well, and he's just better at nullifying people with submissions or takedowns.
Sean Brady earlier picked Islam to win, but he has changed his prediction now. He is backing Jack Della Maddalena to finish Islam Makhachev with a knockout. He anticipates Jack will face takedowns, but believes his scrambling and ability to get back up will lead to striking chances. Brady is eager to see how the fight unfolds and shares that after facing Michael Page, he's fine with either a direct title shot or one more fight to earn it. He stays confident that his consistency will eventually bring him the championship opportunity.
Main event of your card, Islam, JDM for your division's title. Who takes it?
I was leaning Islam at first, but I do think JDM's going to get it done. I think he creates enough scrambles. He's going to get taken down, but I think he's going to be able to get back to his feet and potentially knock out Islam. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to watching.
Since you think JDM wins, do you think if you beat Michael, you are next for JDM in the title?
When I do beat Michael, if I get the title shot next, I'm cool with it. If I have to fight again, I'm cool with that too. After beating Leon Edwards in the O2 Arena, I didn't get a title shot, so I'm not sure what's going to get it for me, but I'm just going to keep winning fights, and eventually they're going to have to give it to me.
Meanwhile, Islam Makhachev expresses respect for Sean Brady, noting that their fighting styles are quite alike. He believes a future matchup between them would be difficult for both sides and praises Brady's skill set. Islam also expects Brady to perform well against Morales if he comes in prepared and in peak condition. Islam said, "I like Sean Brady, his style. If we meet one day, I know it's going to be a hard fight. We have almost similar styles. If he's in good shape for UFC 322, he's going to win against Morales." Khamzat Chimaev predicts Islam Makhachev will get the win over Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322. He finds the fight interesting, particularly with Islam stepping up in weight, and expects Makhachev to rely on his wrestling to dominate. Chimaev thinks Islam's consistent grappling pressure will gradually neutralize Jack's striking throughout the bout.
Jack or Islam? Islam will either do that and Jack will do that. My training, my asking coach brother wait to what he gonna say, we'll see. Your opinion 10% od svog Maddalena.
Ovo Islam do to je zvara.
Islam problem.
Šticu hitno. Coach is 55% Maddalena, 45 Islam. But I think Islam will see. Both good fighters. Islam moving up. It's interesting to see what's he gonna do. But I think Islam will be more. He's gonna use his wrestling more this fight.
Islam Makhachev also shares his thoughts on Khamzat's recent win over DDP and admits he was impressed by how effortlessly Khamzat Chimaev defeated Dricus du Plessis. He praises Khamzat's skill set and wrestling, noting that in MMA, strong wrestlers often control the fight.
Khamzat DDP. What do you think about that? He had him in that crucifix.
I'm surprised.
You were surprised about the outcome?
How easy he beat the champion. I'm surprised also, honestly. And Khamzat is really good, good skills and wrestling. Who have wrestling in this game, the people dominate always.
On the other hand, Jorge Masvidal thinks a win over Islam Makhachev would push Jack Della Maddalena to the top of the pound-for-pound rankings. He notes how much weight Islam cuts to compete at lightweight and suggests the move to welterweight might actually suit him better. Masvidal sees Jack as a special fighter who could give Islam real trouble, even if he personally leans toward the champion to pull through.
I've seen Islam, bro. He's a big guy. He's sucking out a lot of weight to get to 55. I think he might start doing better at 70. Problem is though, Jack is special. I've said this already. Jack is special. We're gonna see just how special he is if he beats Islam. Jack, #1 pound for wow, that's impressive. You know, I don't know. It's a good fight, man. I think I'm leaning towards Islam, brother.
Oh, really?
You know, but I really think it's gonna be a tough fight for him, but a great fight, man.
Dan Hooker finds the fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena interesting from a style matchup standpoint. He notes that both sides clearly want the fight, showing they see opportunity in it. While Islam has a shot, Hooker leans toward Jack, pointing to his size and overall impact as key advantages.
Pretty confident stylistically with that Jack Della fight, so they've kind of gone out of their way to chase that fight down. So they obviously see something. I feel like it'll be close, but yeah, that's a big step up. Jack Della's a pretty big boy.
Yes. Do you think Islam can get past him?
He's obviously got like I feel like he's got a chance, but I feel like that fight leans towards Jack Della.
Dan Hooker commends Islam Makhachev for his smart approach and awareness in the cage, but sees Jack Della Maddalena holding the edge at welterweight. He feels Jack's size and strength could slowly wear Islam down if he keeps up consistent pressure. While recognizing Islam's composure and defensive ability on the ground, Hooker believes Jack's power and all-around skills at 170 pounds make him a formidable opponent.
I think Jack, just because of the size advantage, like the later it goes, like that's the thing. Being the bigger, stronger guy, it's effective if you can make the other fighter carry your weight. Jack being the bigger guy, I feel like the longer the fight goes, Islam's not used to carrying that same amount of weight into deep waters. I feel like just Jack's frame and size will give him the advantage if it goes later into the fight. But Islam Makhachev is an incredibly smart fighter. On the feet, he's very hard to hit. He doesn't like getting hit at all. And then he's also very conservative on the ground. He's a very hard guy to touch. He's a very hard guy to start putting some damage on. But Jack Della, I feel like there's no one better than him right now at welterweight, and I see him winning this fight.
Michael Chandler also leans slightly toward Jack Della Maddalena, praising his precise striking and solid fundamentals. He notes Jack's ability to control distance and maintain pressure to unsettle opponents. While Chandler recognizes that Islam Makhachev is used to training with bigger, stronger partners, he believes the fight will come down to whether Jack can remain composed against Islam's constant wrestling and keep landing meaningful strikes.
How do you think Islam does next weekend?
JDM is a tough. He's not much of a puzzle, man. He's pretty basic, but he is brilliant and violent and devastating with the basics, man. A little bit of range, a little bit of reach on Islam, and I won't even sit there and say, because Islam's a different breed, man. I wouldn't sit there and say, oh, he's a 155er, so he's not used to going with 170 pounders. I would not be surprised if Islam, his entire career, has been sparring with 55, 70, 185, and 205ers, because the dude's kind of a nut. So I think I don't think strength or size is going to be the problem. It's really going to be the dichotomy between JDM's great striking abilities and is his takedown defense enough to stop the onslaught of wrestling that Islam's going to bring.
However, Elijah Smith favors Islam Makhachev, arguing that Jack Della Maddalena's earlier opponents often tried to show off for the crowd instead of following their plan. He sees Islam as disciplined and methodical, ready to keep taking opponents down in a manner similar to Khabib. Still, Smith acknowledges that the clash of styles makes the outcome hard to predict.
I want to say Islam, and the reason why I say Islam is because I feel like Bilal, he went out there when he fought Jack, and he went out there trying to prove the fans that he can strike, which I think that kind of hurt him. I feel like if Bilal went out there and did what he did to what's his name, Leon Edwards, I think he probably would have had a better chance of getting the win. But it seemed like he just wanted to show people that he had with Canelo hands, which sometimes you don't need to prove anybody anything. You're the champion. You don't have to prove anything to somebody who's trying to take your spot. You just got to go out there and fight your game. If they stop it, then we move on to something different. But I think Islam is that type of guy where he's not going to be scared to take you down or shoot repetitively, almost in that Khabib-esque type of feel. But I guess we'll see. You know what they say, styles make fights.
That wraps up today's breakdown. How do you think this fight will go? Share your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more great content.